Hi everyone, my name is Arielle. Welcome back to my channel. I'm currently hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and right now I'm getting back on trail at Stevens Pass to head towards Stehekin, which would be our very final resupply, which is kind of crazy. If you watched last week's episode, then you know I have not been feeling very well. I've been dealing with kind of like mystery illness type thing, a hip flexor thing, but I have had 2 days of rest in Leavenworth, and I have been looking forward to this part of Washington since the very beginning of the trail, and obviously before that. So I've decided it's not worth it to miss a thing, and I'm just gonna take my time and go as slow as I need to every single day and just try to take care of myself as much as possible on trail so that I can soak up these final few days on trail, because realistically speaking, we have like a week left. This is it. This is the end. So crazy. But anyways, let's do the hiking thing.
Let's go out where we wander the depths of our dreams, where the stars shine as far as we can see, where the sun paints the sea. Ocean breeze, waters deep, come with me. All we need is you and me, and we'll be free. We'll leave it all behind. We'll run into the night where the sun paints the sea. Let's go out where the shoreline rushes over our feet, where the tide pulls our fears to the
You can definitely tell that it's September now, because not only does it get dark so much earlier, it's also so much colder. My hands are actually really cold right now, and I'm like all bundled up already in all of my stuff. But yeah, today I wouldn't say I felt good. I felt better than I expected. I think I said this in last week's episode, but I was trying to get one more day of rest because I just woke up this morning just still not feeling too great, and it just didn't work out. So I just decided I didn't want to lose my group, my family, and that I would just give myself permission to take my time each day, because I know that throughout the course of an entire day I can still make the miles. I just don't feel like I can walk the pace. And a part of it is my hip, but it's mostly just how I've been feeling. I think, I've said it a few times, but what happens is when I eat food, especially, I feel really bad, which doesn't work super well with hiking. So, yeah, when we started hiking today, I still had like a kind of emptier belly and felt all right, and then we stopped and ate like a bigger snack, and I felt pretty shitty for like an hour afterwards and just walked really slow. And so then I just tried the technique of kind of grazing for the rest of the day, just eating small amounts, and that seemed to work better. So I feel like that and walking slow and not putting any pressure on myself to get anywhere fast, I did all right. Like, I felt better than I expected, and I ate a lighter dinner tonight. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to know that like I'm not giving myself quite enough fuel for the type of mileage we're doing. But at the same time, I also can't hike if I feel like really nauseous. So I'm just doing my best out here. And it's the home stretch. I know that like, in less than 2 weeks, I'll be able to really take care of myself and nourish myself with real food all of the time, and, all of those things. So I'm doing what I need to enjoy my time out here. And I will say, like, it was fine. I felt a lot better, and I was actually able to enjoy the hiking this afternoon. So that's really my game plan. I mean, obviously I'm having my fingers crossed that I wake up tomorrow feeling totally normal, and that I can devour some of the food in my bag, because it is heavy. This is our biggest carry in a while, because the stretch is like a full 5-day carry, which we really haven't done much since, I don't know, not even like Oregon. Like, we haven't done a 5-day carry in a long time. And when you have hiker hunger, 5 days of food is like a ton of food. So our bags are really heavy, and I wanted to make sure that if my like real hiker hunger came back, I had enough food. So I'm just hoping I can eat some of it so my bag can be a bit lighter. Like I don't want to roll up to Stehekin with like you know, a full thing of food. But anyways, I'm feeling optimistic. I think, like I said, today went better than expected. And I feel good about just listening to my body as I go and taking my time. So yeah, that's my update from today. I'm really excited about this area that we're going into. I've heard it is absolutely stunning. And I'll just try my best to get some really good sleep tonight. So I am feeling better and better each day. So I'll see you in the morning.
Where the sun paints the sea, ocean breeze, water's deep, come with me. All we'll need is you and me, and we'll be free. We'll leave it all behind, we'll run into the light, where the sun paints the sea. We'll leave it all behind, we'll run into the light, where the sun paints the sea. We'll leave it all behind, we'll run into the light, where the sun paints the sea.
With every step you find yourself down a dark road, with nothing left, you're second guessing tomorrow and what follows. There's a story waiting for you in the distance. Keep moving forward, cause you don't wanna miss it. Oh no, don't you miss it. No, cause nothing good has ever come easy, and we've come too far to give up now. We've never been so close. Can't you see that when we let go, we'll be free?
Good morning. We're just having a little breakfast, but it is brutally windy today, so we're like tucked up against the rocks here on the side of the trail, trying to like get out of the wind in any way we can. Yesterday was really smoky, which I'm sure you could tell. As far as like personally, I felt a lot. Oh my gosh, there's a bug on the lens. One sec. But as far as personally, I felt actually a lot better. My appetite came back. I'm really glad I actually brought enough like full hiker hunger food, because I was feeling so much better, which is a really good sign. But yeah, like I said, it was a really smoky day, so we just tried to keep ourselves moving, and I'm glad we did, because the winds have really picked up today, and there are like a number of fires like in the area. So we're sending out like messages to our friends and family on the outside. Like I just messaged my husband to get a little bit more information, because right now we can see one like really far in the distance, but it looks quite large, and we're walking away from it, so I'm less concerned about that one. But if that one's that big then and grew overnight, then we don't know really what's happening to the ones that are like maybe further down the trail. So yeah, definitely not ideal, especially because there's just not really a lot of outs. Like there's not a lot of places you could bail out on this section of trail. It's very out here. So hopefully we'll get some good news from Sam, and we're just going to try our best to keep moving forward and making our way through. But yeah, definitely still pretty spicy out here. So anyways, that's my update. We're just gonna keep hiding here from the wind for a little bit longer, and then we will keep moving.
Let's get carried away, yeah. With every day you feel yourself getting closer. No looking back, keep pushing on till you get there. Yeah, you're gonna get there. No, 'cause nothing good has ever come easy. We come too far to give up now. We've never been so close. Can't you see that when we let go, we'll be free? So forget the fear, come out of hiding, breathe in the air. We are deciding now. And let's get carried away, yeah. Carried away, let's get carried away, yeah. Let's get carried away, yeah. We've never been so close. Can't you see that when we let go, we'll be free? So forget the fear, come out hiding, breathe in the air. We are deciding now. Let's get carried away, yeah.
Today was a surprisingly good day. I just say surprisingly because I think the general consensus of almost all of us out here on trail is that we're just a little bit tired and burnt out on like the hiking part of being out here. I feel like none of us really want the trail itself to end, but it is, you know, like starting to weigh on us, the walking all day, every day sort of thing. And today was definitely a harder day, like more vert, lots of blowdowns, just like a recipe for things that would make you maybe like not so stoked on the day. But I actually really had a good day. I think it's a combination of finally feeling a lot better. Like my hip is not hurting nearly as much right now, and I finally have energy, which I haven't had basically for the last week, because one, I can eat food now and I can digest food now, so that's been huge. And then I think the last piece is like, I don't know, it's really easy. Like it was really last week I kept like finding myself spiraling on how much I was like really not into hiking and like feeling over it, that I feel like now we are so close to the end that I'm kind of I'm almost able to flip my perspective in another way of like, I know this is going to be over soon, so I want to enjoy as much of it as I possibly can. And I was really able to lean into that today. And I just, yeah, I mean, it was still pretty smoky. And I don't think I updated you guys. We heard back from Sam, and luckily we're moving away from both of like the big fires of concern. And so we're looking good for that, which was nice. But the views were just stunning. This part of Washington is just truly magnificent. And yeah, it's hitting me that it's coming to an end, so I'm just trying to soak it up. We're at a beautiful campsite tonight, and I think our plan tomorrow morning is to not get up and go right away, but actually to maybe have like our coffee and breakfast here, which is really nice. So yeah, savor it. Savor every last moment, Arielle. Enjoy this, because even the hard days, it's like I keep trying to tell myself, I will miss this. Even sometimes when you're like having a bad day and you don't want to hike anymore, it's like, you know, a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, like you'll miss this. So anyways, soaking it up. That's today's update. We'll see you tomorrow. So it was so smoky this morning that we couldn't really tell if it was cloudy or not, but we can tell now that it was in fact cloudy because it is now raining. Vulture's got his
sun umbrella back there. He was gonna send it home, and I think he's probably glad he didn't. It's like almost too warm to put on a jacket, but I don't know. Rain is not always the most fun when we're hiking, but I feel like we need it so bad because there's just fires everywhere, so we will just happily hike in the rain.
You may have caught me in a slightly compromised position.
I believe it. Do you need help? Do you need a hand? Here. Here.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
What? That was fine.
For blowdowns has greatly diminished.
That was insane. Some of them I thought I was going to have to like catapult myself up it, which might be fine if you're a ninja, but we have very heavy backpacks, so that was not fun.
Oh man, this section is honestly pretty brutal. Don't be deceived by the fact that it's downhill because...
Beautiful but brutal.
Yeah, because you have to earn it. Good morning. It is a little chilly and a little bit wet. We woke up to the rain this morning, but it's been a somewhat nice reprieve from yesterday. Yesterday we had a big climb, and then the rest of the day was supposed to be downhill, so I feel like I just mentally prepared myself for a cruisy afternoon, which is such a rookie mistake that I should know at this point in the trail not to make anymore. That whole downhill section, even though it was steep at first, but then it was really well graded. But that well graded section was like the land of blowdowns. Like you saw Spice and I at the end of it. But I don't know, it's just, some of them were like taller than me, and then you have to like scramble up and jump off. And I think a lot of times I would think that's really fun, but with my hip stuff going on, it was just really hard on my body, and I was starting to really feel it. Like my hip has been feeling a lot better this week, but it's so different just walking, putting one foot in front of the other, than it is like trying to climb up and jump off. So by the end of yesterday, my hip was really sore, and it took us so much longer than we expected or planned, because it was just yeah, more technical than just walking one foot in front of the other. So we got to camp super late in the dark. And this morning, as I said, we woke up to the rain, but we're doing like a really actually nice climb today. It's very well graded, and there are blowdowns, but very minimally. So it's just been a really lovely morning. And I feel like because it's chilly, you know, we're being really efficient. So just gonna keep cruising on. Today's profile is also like a big climb and then all downhill. So hopefully we're not facing the land of blowdowns again this afternoon, but so far this morning has been really nice. What happened?
No, it's ruined. Should I take a bite?
No!
I'm so glad that it wasn't raining when we got to camp today, because it's been a very wet day today. It's been raining most of the day. Actually, it's a really gray day today too. The combination of all the rain and then also the smoke is really bad. The AQI is like over 150 right now, and it has been the last few days. And I definitely feel that a bit. I don't love being out in the smoke like this, but still just trying to savor every last little minute on trail I possibly can, because it's very quickly coming to an end. Yeah, today was officially our last full day of hiking. We still have a couple more days on trail, but this is the last day we have planned to do like a full mileage day. We did nearly 24 miles today, which is like, you definitely are earning it when you do 24 miles in Washington. So we're all feeling it. But yeah, I don't think I've found my words yet for what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of different things. And I'll make sure that I take some time to get clear on them and share with you guys. But it is really crazy to think that today was the last full day. Tomorrow we will be going into Stehekin. We're camped about 5 miles out from where the bus picks you up, and we want to spend, we're not doing a 0 there, but we're doing like basically a full 24 hours there, which will be really nice. We can get our last resupply and shower and maybe do laundry. And we've heard the bakery there is really awesome. And yeah, it's so crazy. I can't even believe. It's weird to think, you know, I'm coming up on almost 5 months out here, and some days it feels like I've been out here forever, but then days like today I'm like, holy crap, time has gone so quickly. So anyways, I'll work on organizing my thoughts so I can even begin to explain all the things I'm feeling. But yeah, that's today's update. Glad we got a chance at camp tonight to have dinner together, not in the rain and not being hiding in our tents, because these nights, they're slowly coming to an end. All right, good night guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
It was summer. We were skipping rocks down by the river. My hot red heart was so on fire when I heard you laugh on the drive home. You let your hair blow out the window, closed your eyes and finally let go. Said it's a shame that nothing lasts. Oh, I wish it could be this simple forever.
So we're going through all of our resupply boxes here, and we packed these when we thought we were basically gonna have 5.5 days more of hiking from here, but because of the fire near the border, we actually have 1 day of hiking. I'll let you guys know the change of plans here in a minute. I'll kind of explain everything, but it is really funny to just go through and see how much food we all have. We're gonna make somebody at the hiker box very, very happy. I feel like I'll get probably just hiker box with most things, but the things that I'm still really liking, I'll probably take with me and just carry the extra weight for 1 more day, like my Go Macros. I'm still loving these things. I actually don't know, I feel like every time I say this, I have a different favorite flavor because it just depends on the week, but right now, I'm kind of impartial. Any of them are good, they're all good, and I still love them. So we're just gonna organize all of this, get ourselves ready. We'll spend the night here, and yeah, a little bit later today, I'll give you the full rundown on how this whole trail thing is gonna come to a close for us. So crazy that this is the end. Still blowing my mind.
My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come.
Well, it's official. We are starting our final day of hiking here on the PCT. It is kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't talked much about our plans for the end of the trail because honestly, until yesterday, nothing was solidified. We have been thrown a lot of curveballs this year with all of the different random closures, and most recently, the closure at the border. I think I mentioned it in last week's episode that there's a fire burning at the border and you can't actually hike to the monument this year. So we've been trying to figure out how to make meaning, I guess we'll say, out of the end of this hike, and how we can still make the end of this adventure really special. But it's really, really hard to do logistical things when you're in the middle of the woods in Washington, because it's very remote. So we've been working on a couple of different ideas, and finally yesterday everything came together when we were in Stehekin to have our plan to get to the Canadian border. And now we have today as our last day of hiking. We have about 18 miles today. So originally this was going to be broken up into like 2 half days. We were going to leave Stehekin late in the afternoon today, just do like 12 miles or whatever, and then do the rest the following day to Rainy Pass. But we found out that our kind of finishing plans, which I will surprise you with in a little bit, could not be done the day we wanted. So we had to finish 1 day sooner, which means we're doing it all in one go. So I know I had said that a couple of days ago was our last full day of hiking, but I feel like 18 miles is still a pretty full day. So today we do a lot of climbing. The whole day is uphill as we make our way to Rainy Pass and get ourselves set up for the final part of this PCT adventure from Mexico to Canada. Okay, I'm winded. Let's do hiking for like the last time on the trail. Crazy. Forget it. As long as I live, and that's saying a lot. The wildest menagerie of unfortunate, crazy things, and now it's all over. So raise up your glasses to brand new beginnings, and don't shed a tear for the things that are ending, 'cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. So I guess now there's proof that all good things must come to an end. Yeah. And I couldn't tell you what comes next, but I do know that we'll never ever be standing here again. So here's to the memories, here's to everything that's yet to be. I can't believe that it's over. So raise up your glasses to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending, 'cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. Last mile to Rainy Pass, and it has just started raining. Oh man, the end is near. It's raining so hard.
Yeah, my fingers got wet. It's annoying crap.
To raise up your glasses to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending, 'cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. Love, I believe that the best. Love, I believe that the best. Oh, love, I believe that the best.
Oh my God.
Is yet to come.
I need a jacket. Woo! It's so raining. So raining.
Congratulations.
Great, it's great.
Alright, so the monument's open tomorrow, I guess.
Good morning. I don't even know if you guys will believe how yesterday went. It really wouldn't be PCT 2022 without some other unexpected mishap happening. So when we got to Rainy Pass, as you guys saw, it was like crazy rain, and my husband Sam, who was meant to meet us there with my sister here, Greta, was running a little bit late because he got stuck behind a painting truck, and so we're waiting there for him to come, and then someone comes up to us and asks which direction on the road we're trying to go, and we tell them that we're trying to go east, and they tell us that there was actually a giant mudslide that happened from the crazy rain. And so I get a hold of Sam on my Garmin, and it turns out he was like one of the first cars to the mudslide, so if he would have been like 15 minutes earlier, he would have been able to make it. But luckily he's safe, that's the most important thing. But unfortunately, he had to drive all the way around, and one of the other roads that connects like to this side of Washington is also closed because of fires. Like where we got on at Stevens Pass like a week ago, that road is actually closed as well, so he has to do this huge long loop. So he was like 15 minutes away from us, and then ended up having to drive 8 hours. So he didn't make it last night, and we also couldn't go the direction we were planning. We were going to go into Mazama to get like some food, and then come back and get ourselves set up for our border adventure, which I'll explain to you guys in a second, our plan. So we ended up going the other direction into, what's it called? Marble Mount? Into the town of Marble Mount, and staying at an RV park there. And now we're headed back over for our border adventure, and I'm pretty excited. All right, I'll see you soon. Wow, I'm just realizing how lucky we are, because when we got to where we're at, which is Ross Lake, we realized that the road past Ross Lake is actually closed, and I'm sure it's closed quite a bit in the other direction as well. So if we would have done our original plan of a half day yesterday and a half day today, we would have gotten to the Rainy Pass road crossing and not be able to get a ride because the road is now closed. So we're super lucky. It's all worked out. And now that we're here, I can explain what the heck we're doing. So we still wanted to, if we could, make our way to the Canadian border, but it's pretty complicated right now. There's lots of fires, lots of road closures, like things are a bit of a mess. So we've just been listening around for other ideas of what people have been doing, and there is a lake that's called Ross Lake, which is just a little bit west of where the trail would go, which is great because the fires are actually happening east of where the trail is. So we're like pretty far removed. And this lake goes all the way from where the road of Rainy Pass is, which is Highway 20, all the way from here to the Canadian border. So we are walking down to the docks right now. We have like probably 5 miles of hiking total today to make this happen. And we are doing what we are calling the Aqua Blaze to the border. So if everything works out, which I'm hoping, like we're here and we made it and things seem to be working in our favor, like clicking into place to make this happen, we should be actually touching the Canadian border today, and we'll have like actually truly made our journey from Mexico to the Canadian border. So we've got a long boat ride ahead of us, but this lake and this area is absolutely beautiful, and I think we're all really excited about the adventure. Let's do it.
I need you like a rising sun. Let the light pour in and the colors run. Like midnight skies need northern stars. I think home is right where you are. And words get caught on my tongue. Fireflies and fields of gold. I'll be holding you till time grows old.
I love those.
Flickering sparks of a wide-eyed child. We'll run among that moonlit wild.
1 mile, just so everyone knows.
'Cause you're the breath that fills my lungs. Honey, I need you, you're the only one. I need you, you're the only one. When the last light fades and all is done, honey, I need you, you're the only one. I need you, you're the only one. Honey,
We fucking did it!
I need you, you're the only one. You're the only one.
We're officially walking the last mile back up from the boat docks back up to the trailhead. And I can't believe it's over. I'm so glad we did this extra adventure to actually make it to the Canadian border. I feel like we actually got to have some closure. We hung out over there for like 3 or 4 hours before getting the boat ride back. And I don't know, I feel like at the end, maybe you're supposed to have like all this wisdom or like things to say, but I think in the end it doesn't really feel real. And I don't know, I kind of have the feeling that we expect at the end of these journeys to feel like this monumental change, but in reality it's when we get back to our lives where we start to feel the effects of this, you know, journey like seeping into all the things that we do. So I'm really glad that I was finally able to make this PCT adventure happen. It is not at all how I had expected it to go, but I definitely know that I grew from this experience, and I'm so glad that I got to spend 5 months out here making this journey from the Mexico border to the Canadian border. And I'm excited to see how it does trickle into my life. Yeah, I don't have a lot more to say because I think it's gonna take time for it all to sink in, for it all to feel real. But I am really looking forward to seeing my husband. It's been quite a long time. I haven't seen him since Tahoe. And then getting home and seeing our dog. If you've been around watching these episodes, thanks so much for being here with me for this adventure. And I hope you stick around because there are many more adventures to come. I think for now, I'll end this episode here. As always, if you've liked any of this, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you stick around for the next chapter and for everything else that comes from here. Have a good one, guys. See you next week.